Good evening. Hello. Uh,
Yeah.
through hellfire, brimstone, and lots of scheduling conflicts, we are finally back with more Pathfinder, and can't wait to get into tonight's session. But first, we got to talk about what happened. Geez, what 3 weeks ago now? So you guys continued your exploration of the Pinnacle of Avarice. Um, the choice was made to go down the more open hallway as opposed to a room to your right that led out of the throne room. Um, you guys eventually happened upon a single door where inside was a planetar. This planetar had been summoned and bound to this chamber and forced to silently fight anyone who tries to enter. This is all done via magic. And the only stipulation for its freedom would be, either the length of the spell would end, or if the planetar ends up getting killed, then it would be free. You guys ended up killing it, and then bringing it back quickly enough to, prevent it from being sent back to its plane and unable to help you. But I decided to lend you its aid on the condition that it gets to be the one to strike down Karzoug's apprentice, who is the one who put her there. Um, you guys proceeded forward from there. Kaede proceeded forward from there, running ahead, coming across coming across a giant door covered in runes that were written in Aklo. Kaede began to investigate the door and then was immediately trapped inside an interdimensional nightmare maze where they were assaulted by phantasmal killers and all sorts of other nasties before eventually freeing themselves and allowing Ursuline to disable the trap on the door and grant entrance. Inside, you guys found um, a small army of denizens from the horror realm of Lang. They revealed to you in pretty certain terms that they are working in here, but they are not working to further Karzoug's ends, but rather their own. And then you guys pretty swiftly put them down. There was a lot of strong magic being thrown around, both by Kat and Diino, and with support from the rest of you. With the exception being Jareem, who was kind of like posted in the back, looking out for any sort of counterattacks or flanks or anything like that. Um, Dream has since joined the rest of you, leaving Iruzi to defend alone. And with the last Dennison going down, the portal that had been growing more and more distorted as the fight was going on seems to have stopped working temporarily. And emerging from the portal is a terrible beast that shall be henceforth known as the thing from beyond time. Um, it kind of resembles the hounds of Tindalos that you guys fought in Jorgenfist, except much bigger. And it has come through the portal and immediately seems to be affected by the occluding field that um, prevents people who don't bear the Sahedron from coming up here. Um, we left off with, like I said, the thing coming through the portal and the sounds of lots of creatures beginning to mobilize from the walls to the west. We're still in initiative. It is currently Dino's turn,
Yeah.
and we are going to pick up from there as the thing from beyond time has now fully realized itself through or what once was the portal. So, Diino, what would you like to do?
Alright, Tim, it's time for some big brain plays.
As always.
Alright, so here's what needs to happen. I need that monstrosity, wherever the fuck it is. It needs to fall on the wall of fire or the wall of lava.
Okay. Well, it's
That's what
currently
needs to happen.
10 to 15 feet from that.
This is very true. That's why I gotta do some counterplay in order to get it to where I want it to be.
We gotta keep it there.
So
First of all,
to be clear,
boys,
the green lines represent the part of your wall of fire wall of lava that still exists. The orange is what was collapsed when you used it to erupt.
excellent. Alright, first things first. The boys need to move. So he's gonna go there. Wait, he's gonna go there. He is gonna go here. Oh, too far away. Perfection. All right. Middle one is gonna prepare a trip, and all the others is gonna hold attacks just in case.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's not going anywhere. So new plan. I need to stop over the fuck's going on in the other room. So I'm hopping on Chomper, and Chomper's gonna full sprint to see quickly on what the hell's going on the what the hell the giants are doing.
Okay.
And it's 40-foot speed, so times 4 is 160. Oh, before I do this, to make sure it's not too inconvenient, like as soon as I see them, are you gonna start adding them to the initiative?
Yeah, they'll be added to the initiative soon.
Alright, I just don't want to inconvenience because literally all I'm gonna do is Chomper's gonna run straight out, and then as soon as I can see them, I'm gonna cast All of Thorns to make it that much harder for him to follow. Then Chomper's gonna run back.
You can get to right around here because he's got to squeeze to get through the doorway. So right about here by the original door where Aruzi was. That's about as far as he can get.
Alright, if I go that far, so right about here.
Yep.
Alright, don't see them yet. So I'm gonna hop off. So I remove 5 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, that's about all I can move, because I still want 10 feet to go back. So I'm gonna immediately cast Wall of Thorns.
Okay.
And from where I'm standing, I'm gonna make it go outwards as much as I can down the hallway.
All right.
Where are you? Yeah. It's 10 cube foot per level, so 170 feet worth. And I'm gonna just have it go throughout the entire hallway.
Okay.
And once that's done, I'm gonna move my last 10 feet by 10. So my next turn, I can just hop right back on a chomper and I can go back to fighting Cthulhu wannabe. Keep chompers,
All right.
mini dinosaurs. That's my turn.
The rest of them are holding attacks. Got it. Okay, so
Except for the one the closest to it, because I want him to repair a trip.
yeah. Got it. All right. Then it's Kate's turn.
Okay, so since it's my turn. So the monster's at that portal? Or am I...
So yeah, the portal image represents the monster.
And then I moved away. I didn't mean to do that. I saw the... Can I move back to where I was?
Sure. Yeah.
After staring at it. Staring at it first, of course.
Right. Wow. 21.
Oh shit. So it's held.
It is held.
It is held. So that's pretty much all I can do for my turn, and that's a good fucking turn, so I ain't gonna complain.
Actually, gotta turn you up on my end. I heard you. All right, yeah. So Kaede paralyzes the mysterious, nasty creature.
Oh.
At the top of the round. Rolls to make. As some creatures are going to be joining the fight. All right. So that's done. And now it is going to be Viorian's turn. Viorian looks at all of you who are standing there, and she just says, "I'll take your advisement. Should I go forward or help the back?"
I think forward. I don't know if I can
All right, so Viorian hears you yell back from up there first, and so that's what she's going to do. She's going to
That was working.
make a full run, kind of sliding underneath the Brachiosaurus, coming to a stop standing next to Kaede, ready to assist in any way needed. It's now Lily's turn.
Where's everyone else?
So a bunch of you guys are in that one room. Kaede is down, like directly forward from you. Diino and Chomper went around the corner so that Diino could drop a bunch of thorn walls.
Okay, can you hold an action?
Yeah, what would you like to hold?
Constricting coils. Whenever. No, that'd be in the way of Dino's plan.
Okay.
I pulled up my spell list. You know what? While we're all grouped together, what else can I give them? No, wait, Al's Wisdom. Yes. That's the only buff I haven't given them so far.
I think you have. Let me check my notes.
Have I?
I think so. Let me look.
Because I know I did Burst of Glory, I thought.
Yeah, you did that for sure. Yeah, you actually gave everybody Owl's Wisdom on the last turn last time.
Shit.
So.
Guardian of Fate.
Okay, on.
To the nearest person. Protection from evil.
Okay, well, Kat's right next to you, so she is the nearest.
I'm gonna touch. Yes, I'm gonna touch Cat with protection of evil from evil.
Alright, sounds good.
Wait, that's not. Yeah, I said Guardian of Faith, right?
You did, yeah.
Sorry. I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. And that's my turn.
Alright, Ursulin's turn.
I don't know what to do.
Well, there's a bad thing here, and it's currently paralyzed, as Kaede is holding it.
So you come up
Okay.
and do it.
Okay, I guess I'll shoot it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I was closing my eyes.
You're in a lot of pain.
I'm so sorry, Tim.
Okay.
Boop.
Alright, how many shots?
I'll say 2.
2.
Oh no, I
Okay.
don't want to do that. I just want to scroll. I just want to scroll. I need to make ammo.
Yeah, you are running a little low. So yeah,
This is good for this encounter, though.
2 shots. We have a hit and a critical.
Oh, I didn't even notice I rolled a critical. Nice.
Did, yeah. So that is.
Is he deaf? Or
Well,
first, is
yeah. Let me figure out that.
he first? Is he still alive?
Fort save is a 26, so not deaf. However, the damage actually bypasses its resistances.
85 damage in 2 shots.
So that is 123 points of damage.
Yay, big hitter. Big hitter, Arizona.
He's just like doing a double take back at Ursula and back at the monster, being like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, big swing from the boomstick.
Appreciate it.
All right. Any 5-foot step or?
Can I move around this thingy? I wanna move there.
Okay.
Was that 5 foot or more than 5 foot? It was more than 5 foot. You can move me back, but
It was more, so I'll put you like there.
yeah, I'm on the phone, so
It's fine.
it's
Yeah,
a
it
little.
happens.
Participate.
All right. So now, some of these creatures are going to begin mobilizing towards where you all are. Two of them are going to start. Oh, interesting. All right, so they are going to through the doors. A couple of them move closer, and it's now Jareem's turn.
Is the monster considered living?
It is. I believe it is. Sure.
Regardless, I'm gonna sick deer face on it first.
But yes, it is. It is considered a living creature.
Okay. Yep. And does the dragon fit? Can he go there?
The dragon can go there. Yeah. He'll have to squeeze through like this little narrow pathway here, but. Oh yeah, he can reach with a bite. Were you on top of Deerface when you were moving, or?
Oh yeah, I think I was actually. Okay. So deer face attacks.
Oh, you hold on. You're trying to get Deerface all the way up there. All right. Let's what's his speed?
Isn't it 60?
120. So yeah. So Deerface would then be like around there. He flies like above the height of the wall of lava. So yeah, he gets a bite. He doesn't get the full attack because of all the movement, but 41 hits.
Nice. Okay. And then if he can get me in close, I'm gonna hit monster with the slay living real quick.
Okay. .32 definitely hits its touch. Fort save.
Don't do it.
33. So still 20. Still 20 points of damage.
And then I guess electro.
Yeah, he gets a bite. Oof. We like that.
Oh, big boy.
That's definitely confirmed critical.
Yeah, bish.
I got my old tactics. Fuck that one guy in particular.
Yeah, and no one's even been able to do a coup de grace yet on a paralyzed thing. You're just putting out all this damage naturally. This is damage like whether or not it's paralyzed.
Yep, he's the best.
So, gotta love the high attack rolls. All right, is Babu doing anything? Is he coming with you? Is he staying back?
He's on my shoulder.
All right, so he's up here too. Okay. On Iruzi's turn, Diino, you hear her say, "Nicely done. That should be enough to hold them back." And she is just going to stand ready with her, I believe it's a greatsword. Yep, her holy greatsword drawn, waiting to see if anything is able to either fight its way through the wall or, has some other way to surpass it somehow. But yeah, she's just going to stand ready and waiting to attack anything that tries to get through to the other side. It is the Thing from Beyond Time's turn. It is currently paralyzed. And is going to take a full round action to make a new save against the spell, to try to end it. We'll save 21. It's still paralyzed. It's Cat's turn. She's going to move a bit closer. There. Does she have enough reach? She's going to try and fire her crossbow. Try and hit the paralyzed bad guy, and 23 misses. So we're back to Diino's turn.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that no one can get past my wall of thorns. Why would they? So, hopping back on Chomper with 5 feet movement. Then I'm gonna let her know that just give me a quick shout if anything gets past that wall, and I'll be right there. And with a full romp from Chomper again. And I'm just gonna go back to where he was before.
Okay. So that's like next to Lily. About.
Chomper's
left behind
inside the double doors from last time.
Next to Cat, then.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come on, Chomper, get through the doors. You can do it. There we go. Alright, let me see. What the fuck did I miss? Everyone's surrounding that one boy. Is he paralyzed?
He is.
Oh, you know what that means.
I do. But coup de grace is a full round action, so they got to be within
Alright, Tim.
5 feet of getting into attacking range.
It's time for the dinosaurs to play past the Diino.
Uh-huh.
We just toss you with your hands.
So they all have 50-foot reach, so if they all get just right. Make this boy move up. He has 50-foot reach. Don't really need to flank him, I just need to get in front of him. Get there. So if I have dinosaurs like this, but could I stand right next to Dream, or can they just put me down, plop me down right next to Dream?
You can ride deer face with me, I think.
So what's the plan here?
The dinosaurs have 50-foot reach, so each dinosaur is gonna reach out to me, grab me, move me 15 feet until I'm right beside
They
the
pass you with their necks.
tentacle thing.
Okay.
It's wild.
So yeah, you I'm not really sure how you get all that done in 6 seconds, but rule of cool. So
Yeah.
I literally just think momentum. Grab, swing, 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 swing. They just bend their necks and
dare tails or whatever. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
and swing him.
I'll allow it. It's fun.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And it'll help move things
As to
along.
why, and look where I am now.
I see. Yeah. So you land, I imagine, scimitar in hand and
Of course.
ready
Aye.
to decapitate a motherfucker. All right. Well, not that we needed to do that. Well, yeah, that's
All those bitches in a row.
quite a lot. Well, natural one on the confirm is not
Idiot.
a crit, but
God damn it. I regret nothing.
see 12. So that is, it's actually only one confirm. 25 doesn't beat its AC, but that's 12, 40. It's 55 points of damage, minus resistances. And okay, now I know what the fort save is to live or
Yeah, that's
die.
only from one roll. Like, do I roll again for extra damage?
No.
You would, yeah, because it's auto crit.
Skadoosh. Damn it.
All right, so let me add all this up now. 41, 42. Okay, now I have the number. And sure enough, as you complete your strikes, off with its head.
Yeah. You know, traveled at least 200 feet to decapitate a motherfucker.
And you still would not have been called for traveling in an NBA game.
Let's go. Alright.
The numbers, Mason. All right, so I think it's fair to say that's your turn. After,
I'm not gonna complain.
yeah, after all that.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Kade's turn.
Well, wait. My turn? But it's dead.
Yes,
There are more monsters among us.
Amogus. I did say there was stuff mobilizing, so we're keeping initiative.
Oh, from behind us.
Presumably, yes.
Okay, well.
That is where the noises were coming from.
Alright, well then. Can I just use my full round action to run to
Yeah.
where
Yeah, absolutely. Multiply your speed times 4, and that's as far as you can go.
speed 120. So that's 80. So that's 60. Or 65, sorry. So. So I'm gonna go to about here, and I'm not gonna use the full run, just because I don't want to get too far ahead of everyone.
Okay.
My turn.
All right, so The
Ready
sound.
to try to talk my way out of it.
Sounds of more creatures, or just really one more creature than what was already there. As it, oh, hello. That's not what I wanted. All right. One more creature begins making its way towards all of you guys. And on Viorian's turn, she watches as the now severed head of the thing from beyond time falls to the floor. And she looks towards Diino and she says, "You know, if Chellin weren't so evil, I'd just let you have it. You can really
I
fight."
know. Thank you, I appreciate you.
And she just says, "Come on, everyone, let's go assist the Planetar." And she begins making her way back out, running underneath Chopper and getting to about where she was before.
Can I identify the monster?
The one that was just killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we touched on that at the end of last time. It vaguely resembles the hounds that you guys fought just before
Yeah.
you encountered Mokmurian. So yeah, it kind of looks something like this, except much bigger and just even more like horribly cursed looking than what's in the picture here.
Is it venomous at all?
I don't believe so. Yeah, I don't see. So it is immune to poison, but it doesn't have any poison attacks of its own.
Need to make a trophy out of that bitch.
We should take its head, but I want to take some of its blood too.
All right. In the meantime, Lily, what would you like to do?
Anyone will on health?
Doesn't look like it.
Untouched.
You guys have been very efficient so far.
I'm gonna come down here. I want to go down.
And by down here,
I don't know.
you mean you're gonna go help Kaede, or you're gonna go into the other room?
To the other room.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be people just collecting whatever parts they want from it, but yeah, that's your choice.
Why are you still in turn order?
Because there are other creatures involved right now
Ah.
that
Wait, then I want to go.
you guys haven't seen yet.
I want to go check behind us then. Yeah. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like whatever's coming isn't making any secret about the fact that it's headed your way now. So yeah, you can certainly go assist Kaede and anyone else who wants to run in that direction if you like.
I think that's as far as I can go.
Yeah, you go at 20 feet. Then,
Yeah.
it's about as far as you can go. Although you can full run to go further.
I like a full round action.
It is, yeah. Like if you just want to move, you can full run and you can go much further.
I'm gonna do that.
You
I'm
can
gonna
go
stand
to
beside it.
like get to right around like here even. But yeah, if you want
I'll
to
be in the
stand there. Okay.
I'll be in the corner.
All right. So yeah, you go in the corner. Cool. All right, Ursuline, your turn.
Okay. My nose is itchy.
So yeah, you watch from range as Diino chops the head off the thing, and I mean you know that there are other creatures approaching from behind. You just don't know how far they are, far away they are yet.
Um,
Can I use the scrying spell for that?
from behind, do you mean like over yonder behind Chomper?
Like from the way you came. So yeah, it would be like back out through the door this way, and then like down over here.
I guess. Oh, fuck, I yawned. Ow. I guess I'll just ready some bullets or something like that. I think I have 3 left in the clip.
Okay, so you'll just ready a shot then.
Yeah. I'll stand in the doorway and I'll ready a shot.
Okay. So now, two of these creatures are going to continue to make their way over towards you guys. They are going to. Now they're going to start to be hasty about it, using full round actions to move further. So let's see here.
If the bitches trying to get through my wall of force have to make a strength save, and they can only move 5 feet extra for every 5 after 25.
Yeah, here's the thing about that. These things can fly.
Fuck!
So they are going to fly over your wall, as considering you went for length rather than height, the wall is only 10 feet high. And they managed to fly over, and Iruzi now sees the first one at the end of the hallway, and she is going to immediately yell back, "They're here," or "They're coming." And these are a rather grotesque looking creature. Looks like this.
Oh God.
Burn it with fire!
Yes, precisely. So I gotta look up one thing about this creature real fast. It's about the aura that it has. But yeah, at any rate, just Iruzi is gonna call for backup after seeing all of them come through. Okay, so Iruzi's got to make the save right away because she's now just barely within the aura. And she rolls really high and is unaffected by the stench aura of this creature. It is now Dream's turn.
Ew. Where's that thing?
It is currently in like this area here in the hallway. There's actually 2 of them, with a third one on the way.
I'm gonna try and make it where everyone else is.
All right, so on the back of Deerface, that is going to be like 60 feet to get to this door. Then 120 gets you like to around this area here.
Okay.
All the way there. And yeah, you now see at the end of the hallway as you hover here, Lily. Yeah, you see these disgusting looking creatures.
Can the dragon make it too?
I believe so. Let me Remind myself of its fly speed. I think it's probably even better than Deer Face's. I feel like it has to be, right? Yeah, he's got a 200-foot fly speed. So he can get... He can even attack. He can get
Let's get it.
right up next to it.
Fucking charge him.
All right, so, well, technically not a charge because a charge has to be in a straight line, but
Oh, right.
you can still make it all the way to there. First things first, I need a couple of... Actually, no, I don't need anything because he's undead, so he's immune to poison and therefore does not have to deal with this aura, so he's good. Oh my god.
Yes, bitch.
Another big bop of a critical. Okay, so let's see here. It does resist a little bit of the damage, but it's still a critical. And it still takes a chunk out of the nasty boy here.
That's all on my turn.
Chunky, chunky.
Okay.
You're the one. Don't mind me.
You make fight time lots of fun. Speaking of fighting, who saw that UFC last night? That was sick. That main event. It was a good time. What?
It is a good time.
Who fought?
It was the Bantamweight title. It was Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Sean O'Malley did what Sean O'Malley does.
He's a fucking badass, dude.
Knock fools out.
Hell yeah.
Took that belt. Anyway. Iruzi is going to... okay, that is... I'll take that on her sheet. Okay, so Iruzi is going to take flight herself. She will combat this creature in the air. Tries to go up against the wall here to kind of establish a semblance of a flanking position. Actually, she'll just go like sit in the open doorway here. Really get behind it. She will need to make a fort save. Okay, she actually fails. Actually fails the fort save against the other stench aura. So she is going to be sickened. But all the same, she's going to make a swing with her greatsword. Trying to hit the Hungerer here. And she does hit. The damage is reduced by a good bit due to the sickness and its resistances. But still a hit, and that's going to be her turn. Cat is going to just take a full run. She is content to kind of hang back by Lily just in case anything goes wrong. Diino's turn.
Alright, time to do the same old maneuver. I'm getting back on Chomper through my two Brachiosaurus right here. Yes. Alright, Chomper's gonna move out of the way real quick. And then this Brachiosaurus that didn't do anything yet, he's gonna charge. Pretty sure he also has 40 feet movement.
Yeah, so again, they can't charge because it's not a straight line, but they can...
So they're not charging, they're just full running.
They're full running, yeah.
Alright, so he can move.
4 times speed.
Yeah, he has 30 feet, so 120.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Who's whistling Brass Bonanza? Because I love that.
That would
I
be
love
me.
that too. That was awesome.
Actually, no, fuck that shit. Wait, no. No.
Fun-
This boy's gonna move forward.
Fun fact: the Hartford Whalers use that as their goal song.
I'm so glad.
Chopper move roughly 40 feet, which means he has 120 left. Also, just realized by having the bracket cells go first, going first, accomplished nothing. God damn it.
Hey man, we all make mistakes. No worries.
Let's move him to 70 feet real quick so I can see where the fuck am I going. There's the motherfucker. Oh, wait, I can do better. I can go here. Wait, why the fuck would he go there? I don't know. Wait, I remember why. Let's go there. A 5-foot step. And then I'm gonna start swinging. No, I'm gonna move right here. 5-foot step right there instead. Now I start swinging.
All right.
Alright, where was I? Oh, that's right. Justified genocide. Die!
Okay, let's see.
Damn it!
Who the fuck has justified genocide?
Killing off those things, those giant emperor things.
Ah, my face.
Sorry.
Alright, I'm only assuming that maybe one hits. That's my go.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. Well, first off, I need you and Chomper to make 2 fort saves each.
Alright.
Being within the aura. Okay, you're fine. All right, Chomper. Chomper fails the first one, so he is going to be sickened.
The boy rolled a 3. Bad.
Yeah, unlucky.
Isn't Sicken just a minus to attack?
It's -2 to basically everything. Attack, damage,
Um,
saves, skills, all that.
I'm murdering him. I don't know which one of them did it, but I'm murdering him.
Yes. So your first attack is a hit. Again, resistances. So you finish your follow through and you look at the creature and it doesn't really seem like your attack did very much. And then your second 2 strikes just bounce right off of it.
Buoyant.
But all right, it is now Kade's turn.
Alright. I can't move my map over, so I'm just gonna move my character. More square forward, so I shall. I cannot stare at it. It is 60 feet away. I'm pretty sure my stare does not reach 60 feet.
No, not quite.
Alright, well then, without being able to stare at it, I'm going to... Is it breathing?
Oh yeah, it's a living creature.
I'm gonna try to steal its breath.
Okay, steal breath. Natural 1.
Wow.
So 7 points of damage. And it currently cannot speak or use any sort of breath weapons or cast any verbal spells. So you definitely hindered it. Anything else?
That is all I can do, so I am my turn.
All right. Full round of flight to get to there. And it's now Viorian's turn. Viorian is going to run forward as far as she possibly can. She's going to post up right next to Diino. She will need to make a couple of saves as well. And she's fine. She is not affected by the stench. And she draws her scimitar and prepares to fight alongside Diino. Okay, it is Lily's turn.
What can I do? I don't know what I can do. Ooh. Can I try using constricting coils against it? Wait,
What's the
do I even
range?
have-
What's the range on that? Oh, actually, yeah, I don't even know if you have any more of those spells. You might.
I don't think I do. Because
We have not been checking
Range-
off used spells here. So let's see.
I have.
I was trying to. I think it just reset the data after a while.
It wouldn't do that on its own, but it's all right. So, Owl's Wisdom used, Burst of Glory used, Guardian of Faith used. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. You can try.
The range is medium, 100 feet plus.
Yeah, you're good. You're in
10
range.
feet.
It's like 80 feet away from you. So
Cool.
we'll save 33.
Damn.
Yeah, unlucky. You rolled pretty high.
It's so gross.
It is gross. Yes. That is a disgusting
That's my
creature. Okay.
That's my turn.
It's now Ursulin's turn.
More talking. And of course, the fucking app crashes. Oh, lovely.
It's fine. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? I can do my best to.
Yeah. Before it's bullshit. I want to find myself. That's what I want to do.
That is
Where,
important.
where am I? There I am. Everybody left.
Yep.
Yeah, the monsters came from the other direction now, so we went to defend.
I guess I'll go follow them.
Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
So regular move speed gets you to like here. Full run. Take you really as far as you want to go to about here.
Yeah, I'll just spread the full round getting to them.
All right, yeah, but do you want to go as far as you can go, or do you just want to get like?
To infinity and beyond.
All right.
I pick up my cat and I just start running.
Go as far as you possibly can. You get to, you're just on the outside of their aura. So for now, you're safe where you are. Okay, now time for the two that are further ahead. Now engaged with you guys. First one right here is gonna go for a bite on Diino.
Uh-oh.
And as
It's never good when you say oh.
as it goes
I
to
don't like
attack,
things trying to bite me.
as it goes to attack you, I mean, you're smart enough to know that you probably don't want to get bitten by this thing, given how disgusting it is and how large its mouth is. So we have a 35 to hit.
Ow!
That is going to deal 14 points of piercing damage, plus 12 points of acid damage,
Ice!
plus 2 points of wisdom drain.
Oh no, I don't like that.
I can restore you later, buddy.
Guys, this thing's fucking acidic.
Gross.
Alright, first he's sick and chompy, then it fucking bit me. Now he's gonna die 3 times as hard.
Second one is going to try and reach around the corner and bite Chomper.
Bitch.
That is a miss, 34.
Ah!
Oh, goodness.
And it's now Jareem's turn. With Electro Boy in perfect position for a full round of dragon shenanigans.
That's coming for some old dragon.
On flanking bonus, let's go!
Yeah, I mean, it is being flanked. So bite, 2 claws, 2 wings. Tail. 1 more claw. Okay. So all of those hit except for the second wing.
God damn.
Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. That also hits because of flanking. So everything hits. Damage resistance is gonna put in some work here, but it's still gonna be 57 points of damage.
Very nice. And then Deerface is gonna rush in with
All right. So from that position, you will need to make. Yeah, you're in all 3. So 3 fort saves from just you. Deerface being undead is not subject to this. Okay, let's see here. You are... you have a modifier for poison, right? Poison effects. Let's see. You do. So that 24 becomes a 26. Those are all successes. You are unaffected by the stench.
Nice.
All right. So now Deerface can make a bite, and then you can also make an attack of your choice. Yep, 40 hits.
I think. What does mass inflict serious wounds do?
It's just an AoE damage spell against
Can
target.
I hit all of them with it?
You should be able to. Let's see here.
It gave me Sprite, those bitches.
So yeah, you choose a point of origin, and then it goes from there.
So
It does hurt allies.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want to pick a spot that's a bit away from your friends, but something like here maybe. Let me measure. Yeah, 30 feet. That's right on the edge. So yeah, where my ruler is originating from is safe.
Yeah, I'll put it there then.
All right, so go ahead and roll it, and I'll make saves. We'll save for half.
It done diddly darn fucked up. They gave me Sprite instead of Coke.
That is a pretty big fuck up.
It's not even the same color.
Yeah, no,
What place did you order from?
Noodles and Company.
Oh, okay. If you had said like
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's, I would have been like, oh, McDonald's Sprite hits different. Like,
No, I mean, I don't really mind Sprite. I prefer Coke.
It just wasn't what you ordered or
If I want to be unhealthy, I want to be the unhealthiest of unhealthy.
pineapple Fanta fits that bill then.
Yeah,
Like 80 grams of sugar in a 20-ounce bottle.
that's the good shit.
Like that stuff is like fucking crack. Like it's so stupid how that's like allowed to be sold with the amount of sugar that it has.
Yeah, that's insane.
Anyway, all three of them succeed on the save, so it's 12 points of damage to each of them.
That's not bad.
I mean, yeah, it's something. All right. Iruzi. She's going to scream at the top of her lungs, "Begone, foul beast," as she swings her holy greatsword 3 times to try and cut this thing down. And unfortunately, she only manages 1 hit. As her enthusiasm gets the best of her, causing her to swing wildly on the second and third strikes, and she fails to connect. But she does deal a little bit of damage with the first successful hit. Cat's turn. Cat will move forward.
I'm not here.
She's not here. And she is going to chain lightning to get all of them. And 2 of them fail the reflex save.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's a very good thing because that spell did a lot of damage. So they do they do ever so slightly resist electricity, so slight reduction in damage, but otherwise still a very solid turn for her, as the one that is closest to all of you is now looking pretty rough. The others are healthier, but it seems that you're close to getting rid of one of them at least. With that, it is Diino's turn. Diino?
I wish I could fix the map. There it is.
Is he muted? No, he's not muted.
What happened?
It's your turn.
Oh, thank God. Die! Ah!
Okay. Okay. So miss, regular hit.
I regret nothing. It's still that's still a hunk. That's still a chunk of damage. Order it, Chomper.
Actually, no, what am I saying? It's a nat 20 on the third crit confirm. That's no, that's a hit. So that actually, Diino, you take out one of them.
Only one?
Only one. With
Yes.
his third swing is pure, and it just cleaves this
So
thing
cute.
right in front of all your eyes.
Oh, let's go.
I'm gonna move this thing to the DM layer just for the sake of clearing up space.
Then Chomper gets.
Step on its corpse at your own peril.
Now it's now chopping at this dude because it can.
Okay. As
And
you
now,
go ahead and make the attack. Oh, you already did. As you withdraw your scimitar, the body of the hunger that you killed actually is going to spew some acid around. So I'm going to need a reflex save. From you and Jareem, and I'll roll one for Viorian. Okay.
Those.
You take no damage.
Ah. Go.
Viorian takes no damage. Chomper's attack is a hit. Wait, he gets two, right? Yeah, he didn't move, so they're both hits.
Alright, Chomper gets one more because of his speed amulet.
That's right, he does.
Yeet.
That also hits.
Beautiful. Come
So-
on.
109. So that is 100. Gotta add this up. Oh, Jesus Christ. First time of the night that I have to pull out a calculator. Okay. 131 points of damage between the three strikes.
Let's go.
These strikes are also going to cause some acid to spray out towards everyone. Only Chomper has to make this save because he's the only one within reach of it.
Ah, it's Chomper.
I gotta
Yes.
roll for... Okay, so Dream failed that save. First attack. So Dream takes 7 points of acid damage.
Sorry, buddy.
Chomper takes none. He's good. Made the save.
Is it dead?
No, it's not dead, but it's pretty badly hurt.
Fuck.
All right,
All in good time. That's my turn.
Kaede.
My turn, my turn.
Yes. You are up, friend.
So Kate's looking at the chaos unfurling in front of them. I don't know why the bar to move the map around has disappeared for me, but I can only scroll up and down and I can't move the map over, so.
You can right click the map and drag to move it around.
Oh. Thank you so fucking much.
Yeah, of course.
I had no idea out of all this time we've been playing.
That's fine.
Oh my god, that was wonderful. Okay, so Cade's gonna take their 30 feet of movement to here. They can barely see the thing, but they can. 45 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, my stair doesn't reach 45. Or does it? Did I take the extended stair?
I was gonna say, if you could see it, wouldn't it work?
No, the
I
hypnotic
had
stare
the
does have a
range.
range. Yeah. No, you didn't take the extended stare because you were gonna take it, but then you decided on flickering step instead.
Oh. Can I use that right now?
You could, yeah.
And would that count as an ability? Or
it's
Oh,
it's per the spell, so like
oh, it's per the spell? Okay, then never mind, never mind.
so yeah, that would be I believe standard.
I can't touch it, damn it.
I'm upset.
Why?
I got noodles thinking they would be soft. They're not soft.
That's
They're
upsetting.
chewy.
Hmm.
And then I have a very disappointing Sprite. So I can't even wash the noodles down with the Coke. I'm washing it down with sugary water.
That, I mean, yes.
Yeah, noodles aren't the best takeout option I find, but
It's...
Better than pizza.
I mean,
Considering I'm missing 3 teeth.
yeah, I can understand the motivation there.
Fucking Sprite.
Okay. So,
Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Oh no, you're good.
hideous laughter. All right. Will saving throw to prevent being. I couldn't even imagine what that would look like if this thing were under hideous laughter, but let's see. Okay. 32, so it negates the effect. I was really hoping for a bad roll just so I could narrate that, but
Hehe.
unlucky. Okay. So it is the hunger in the back. As it can fly, it's going to do so. Flying overhead. It's right about here. This is going to require a fort save from. Let me put it back in its former position. Okay. This is going to be a fort save for everyone except Jareem.
Can you roll for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Diino is fine. Chomper is fine.
I'm sorry. I'm tripping. How did that motherfucker get behind us?
It flew
Magic.
over everybody's heads.
Oh, it can fly. Of course it fucking can.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Ursula is fine.
Oh my god, that's the dude that was in the hallway with the thing. That's how it didn't. That's how it get past us. God damn it! I am murdering that one as soon as I deal with the other one.
Cat is not fine. Cat is sickened.
Cat, no.
And then I need Kaede. Salute. And
Fortitude.
oh yeah, Lily doesn't have to make a save. She's out of range. Okay, Kaede is also sickened.
Can't eat it anymore. It hurts.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't force yourself if it hurts.
I'm hungry.
I know. Wait, did you get like just noodles or is it like soup?
It's noodles. Just noodles. I had soup too. I drank the soup.
Okay, so at least you did that. All right, so yeah, the hunger now in position is going to take a brief moment to decide which it thinks it would be the tastier snack between Kaede and Ursula.
It seems to me. I'm just being honest. I come with Pop Rocks.
I mean, okay, you said it, so it's going to bite you. 38 to hit, so that is 14 points of piercing damage, plus 6 points of acid damage, and also the 2 points of wisdom drain.
Oh, well, fuck.
Top of the round, I would like Jareem and Diino to make perception rolls, as they are the closest to where this thing that I'm about to describe is happening.
Depression.
The two with the most advanced eyeballs.
Come on, Dream, we need your eyeballs.
Okay,
Let's go.
so both of you, this is more of a listening thing than anything else. Both of you hear, again, more mobilizing coming from around this area through the walls. There's some sort of muffled chatter, as it seems like a bunch of voices are talking at once, and so you can't really pick up exactly what's being said until one louder voice sort of booms out over them all, and just says quiet, everybody fan out. They've got the hungers in a choke point. We'll die too if we go that way. And so you then hear footsteps that are strangely moving away from you, or at least it sounds that way.
That is
God damn it, they're retreating.
Why is that a bad thing?
You're gonna go tell the others that we're here. They need to die.
kinda got a point.
But nonetheless, you hear the footfalls of several more creatures as they move to wherever it is that they decide that they're going to go. With that, it is Viorian's turn. She's going to make her way up to next hunger here, and she's going to attempt to make a big old swing at it, and whew, man, that's a lot of damage. That's a critical. Which very nearly kills the hunger. It doesn't do quite enough damage. But she turns around to get the attention of Diino and Jareem, and she says, "There, now finish it off." But first, it is Lily's turn.
When did I get jolting portents?
Probably last level up. I know you took it.
She designated surrounded by a glowing red orb until Oh, this sounds really good. So does jolting portents affect any teammates? Just curious.
Just hit the spell for me so I can read it.
I found it.
So yeah, this affects an enemy creature of your choice. Basically, it places an aura around them. There's no save for the aura, but every time they attack, they have to make a saving throw or take damage.
Is this guy still alive?
Yes,
How alive is he looking?
pretty alive.
I'm gonna place it on him then.
Okay, cool. Find a proper icon for this. That'll work. Some lightning bolts. Alright, so now anytime it attacks, it is subject to this spell effect.
Cool.
It is now Ursulin's turn.
Yay.
Sound
Ur-
like you're in pain.
What?
Nothing.
In or out of character?
I don't know.
Probably both, because she was just bitten, but...
Yes.
I am in pain. Well, I'm too close to shoot it, so I guess I could cast a spell.
You could, yeah.
Come on. Well, if my fucking character list would fucking load. Alright, I'm trying to scroll, it won't let me scroll. Alright, so I gotta pop it out into a separate window. I'm going to cast this.
Okay. So, being next to the enemy creature, would you like to try to cast defensively to avoid an attack of opportunity, or do you want to just risk eating it?
Would like to not eat it,
Okay, so roll concentration.
especially since eating is painful right now. What do I roll?
Concentration.
So just hit.
On the spells tab.
Yep, in the spellcasting box. Okay, we'll take the first one, 30.
I only clicked it once.
That happens sometimes. All right, so yeah, that's 30 succeeds, so the spell will go off. Now it's just a question of does it save or not. Uh, 29. So
It's partial.
yes, so it is staggered for 1 round. And staggered means that it can only take one action, no matter what action that is, whether it's attacking, moving, whatever, one action on its next turn.
Yep.
So next is the very badly injured Hunger way in the back line. The Hunger is going to attack Viorian. It manages to hit Viorian, dealing... She has resistance. Okay. She takes 11 points of piercing plus 8 points of acid. And like everyone else, she suffers the 2 points of wisdom drain. And it's now Dream's turn. So Dream, you're in a good position here because Electro Boy can full attack and hit both of them. So
Let's do it.
alright, so full round as per usual. Bite, 2 claws, 2 wings, tail. Okay, the bite is good for enough damage to kill that Hunger. Which means that the rest of the attacks will go against the other one. And those are also all hits. So 8, 6, 7, 2. Alright, resistances reduce that to 34 points of damage. Still a pretty solid round. And now, yeah, it's up to Deerface and you for the rest of your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna... So Deerface is gonna go at him.
Okay. Bite misses, first claw misses, second claw, that's a critical. So another chunk of damage.
Does he get a rend?
No, because only one of the claws hit.
Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna hit him with Umbral Strike.
Okay. 31 hits its touch. Fort save is only a 14.
Hey!
So let's see,
Like a dick.
it does not resist cold or negative, so that is 56, the full points of damage, full amount. Onto it. Through that flurry of attacks, there's going to be another acid spray. I need everyone to make a reflex save, please.
I think he's blinded for
Yes.
a little bit.
Blinded for the duration of the spell, so quite a while. That reflex. Yorian.
Yeah, how many people were making it?
Everybody.
Oh, god damn it. Oh,
Let's
I'm on
see. Huh, a lot of failures this time.
What? Nah.
Lily, Cat, and Dream succeed and take no damage. The rest of you fail. It's not a big number. It's only 5 points of acid damage
Ow!
as you get sprayed by the horrible mix of blood and acid spewed forth by the Hungerer.
That's better than 100 acid damage.
Certainly. All right. It's Iruzi's turn. Iruzi is going to fly to about there, and she's going to take a mighty hack with her greatsword. 41 hits, dealing a decent amount of damage. And it's now Cat's turn, and Cat is deciding that she's had enough. Of this thing as I open up the wrong sheet because I'm a big dummy. Cat is going to try to disintegrate it.
Oh shit.
16 hits its touch. Oh, unfortunate. The fortitude saves at 31, so that is not going to be enough to kill it. But it means that more than likely Diino gets to kill it.
Alright, first, we're tripping that hole with the Brachiosaurus.
Okay.
Come on!
Hungers cannot be tripped.
Fuck! Alright, I'm gonna go right here. I'm going to power attack. Vital strike. Oh, that's a fucking miss anyway.
Oh yeah, vital strike, so it's only one. Yeah, 29 is not enough.
That does it. Chomper, murder it.
Okay. And yeah, Chomper does the deed.
Yes! Quadra kill!
All the Hungerers are eliminated. And with some of the other creatures having maneuvered their way elsewhere. For now, the fight is over.
Alright guys, we gotta mobilize quickly. We can't give them time to set up a counter ambush.
I'm going to hold your shoulder real quick and cast a healing spell on you. If you'd slow down real quick.
Small heal spell will be fine. I don't need the 6th level spell heal. Thank you very much.
Yes, you do.
Though I don't like my wisdom being drained. I very much rely on my incredibly big brain.
Lesser Restoration can do the job, right?
No, not for Drain.
Fuck!
No. But at the Restoration, then I have Restoration. But I need, like, Diamond Dust. Do we have any Diamond Dust?
You spent all the diamond dust you had when you restored Viorian.
No! Do you have 1,000 gold?
I mean,
You have 1,000
I'm sure
gold.
somebody does.
5.
Suppose we can figure this out
What,
later. I'm just gonna
what heal do the job?
Restoration. But I can cure you with serious wounds for now.
The spell heal also does not fix ability drain.
I'm gonna have to go without my 9th level spells for a while. This is cringe.
A little bit, yeah.
Uh,
Don't we have Greater Restoration scrolls? Just want to remember that.
wait. Apparently, I have 5,000 gold points. Gold.
I have scroll of freedom of movement. I have scroll of restorations. I have 9 of the regular restoration scrolls.
So can I use 1,000 of my gold and use this restoration to cure Diino?
You don't have to use any resources if you're using a scroll to do it.
Yeah, I have 9 scrolls of restoration.
Oh,
So
That
then,
would
yeah,
work. I would greatly appreciate that,
you can
Kaede.
use however many scrolls as you have people who have been drained. So that's Diino, Ursulin, and Viorian. So 3 scrolls to give everyone their points to
Alright, so
wisdom
would-
back.
Yep.
I would use.
I will say that the pain meds I took are kicking in,
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
but it also means that I am getting very tired.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
understandable.
that
Tape
kind
is
of
for the
expected.
weak.
Naughty
Tristan,
Nazi.
shut up! I had teeth yanked from my jaw.
True.
Welcome to the
Oh
club.
God, he said true. He agreed. Everybody, quick, record this moment.
You ain't getting many.
No, I know.
Well, the
Alright,
sickness
after
the
that-
sickness only lasts. I have to look up the monster ability real quick. I don't think it lasts very long once the aura's gone.
You rock the board, Bobby. Yeah.
Hazelnut.
Yeah, with creamer.
What?
With creamer,
What kind?
hazelnut or vanilla. I'm doing my coffee order for the morning. My fucking thing, Chris.
It doesn't say how long it lasts, so I'm just gonna say it ends because they're gone.
Oh man, Cat's 9 lives is awesome. 9 lives.
Don't have to expend any additional resources to get rid of sickness. And then we're using scrolls for this to get the ability points back. Is that the consensus? Bueller. All right, so
Rolls.
3 scrolls of restoration gone. Go from one person to the next to the next. It takes about a full minute for all 3 of them to take effect, but they do, and the lost ability points are restored.
Got level 9 spells again. Woo!
Let's go.
Yep.
Alright, now everyone mobilize. We got some more giants too, or whatever the hell Karzoug has up his sleeve to slaughter.
What did I miss?
Oh, that's right. You'll have less advanced ear holes. On the other side of this wall, a bunch of giants basically saying that he had the hungers on the run, so they need to spread out or retreat, or they're gonna die too. The motherfuckers are running, so we gotta make sure they don't counter ambush us by ambushing them.
Is that even gonna work?
It always works.
Okay.
Unless anyone opposes my plan.
I don't oppose the plan.
Are you sure? You sound you had a very opposing tone. Is there anything you're not telling me?
No, no, I don't oppose anything.
Alright, cool. Once we're all ready, I'm gonna dispel my wall of thorns. There we go.
Yep, that's gone.
Onwards! At least onwards to the door that I think they came from.
The brachiosaurus are likely expiring soon as well.
Go ahead and do that. Thank you for that help, because as always, they are the goats.
Okay, away they go as well.
Goats, I say.
So, from here, there are a couple of different paths you can take. Although they all begin by going back the way you came. Who's taking point?
Ibs.
All right, so
Good to me.
Diino, there's a set of double doors. Here.
Alright, I'm gonna take my cup, put my cup on the door, and put my ear against the cup so I can hear through the door.
Valid. I think that might.
One set here. There's the double doors that lead out of the throne room, which is the path you didn't take after fighting Viorian. And then there's again back the way you came, back towards the entrance ramp. So we're starting on this one. Move you over here. The rest of you can, position yourselves as you like, as far as the marching order goes. So Diino, you approach the doors and you go ahead and put your ear up to it. Go ahead and make a perception roll to see if you can hear anything inside.
Guidance.
Lily, who's getting healed with that?
Yes.
Huh?
Who are you healing with that spell?
That was meant for Diino.
Oh, well, he is. Yeah, he can take that spell then.
Oh, sorry, I already. Since he said that, I just did it already.
Oh yeah. All right, gotcha. So it's already done. Cool. 48.
49.
Right. 49. So,
Credits.
you listen very closely and you take your time, and you're confident that whatever was preparing to mobilize has already done so. There isn't much noise coming from the other side of the doors.
Not
I'm
much
confident
noise,
that I
but
don't
there's
hear
some
any
noise.
breathing, any footsteps on the other side of this door.
Yeah, no, you're confident that this, at least the next room, is empty.
Alright, I'm gonna tell Chomper that. God damn it, they're already mobilized. We gotta catch up.
Would you like to open the door, or are you just going to leave it alone?
I'm waiting for the others.
Okay, so yeah, as far as the rest of you goes, I mean, I'll say Viorian. She's a frontliner. She runs forward with you.
Is the door trapped?
I'll let you use the same roll for that. You're pretty certain that it's safe,
Oh,
as in the door is not trapped, of course.
I will take it.
How about the rest of you, marching order wise? Who's going where?
I already moved.
I see. Thank you for that.
So you just chill out by the corner.
Yes, because I am a backliner. Thank you very much.
Yes, with all that armor and that the mace you got there. Yes, you're totally a backliner.
Yes. What, you want me to frontline with you? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a frontline healer.
She summons spiritual weapons to fight for her.
You know what? I don't care. As long as she stays alive and heals people, I'm happy.
Fair.
I'll stand right here.
Just picturing like who's the guy from Fire Emblem? Ike. Just I fight for my friends.
I fight for my friends.
Yep, I fight for my friends and only my friends.
All right,
Don't
so
need to fight for your friends. Heal for your friends. Keep your stupid ass alive. That's
Kaede is
all I
taking the
ask.
initiative
No.
to join the front group.
Yes.
Kat kind of knows her place. She's gonna stay in the back. Iruzi's gonna follow Kaede. And then I'll just move the rest of you.
I will go wherever I want.
I'll be in the front.
I'm gonna ask someone to sneakily open the door because Dino's the exact opposite of sneaky.
That is one of the most correct things you said the entire campaign.
That's hard.
appreciate it.
I regret nothing.
I
I'm
don't.
not
I
made
don't
for
intend that to be
peace.
harsh.
I'm
I'm
damn.
just saying Dino knows what he's about. That's
Truthful, but harsh.
I
Again,
mean, he said
no-
it himself.
no offense
so-
intended. Just Dino is one of the most like kick down the door type of characters I've ever seen, and I love it.
He's the non-sneaky type.
All right, so
I'm really not sneaky type. I have a -1 to stealth.
Dino is asking for someone who is stealthier than himself to open the door.
Okay.
Funk, funk,
The
funk.
cat open the door.
Yeah, whoever wants to open the door can.
I'm clicking random things trying to get
Yeah.
it.
I kind of want to try.
Cade,
the door.
I kind of want to.
Cade
I
has
literally
Cade has to
clicked it on
resist.
my-
Cade has to resist every urge to bonk the door with their hammer.
Thank you.
You should get a page out of Dino's book.
Dream
Hey,
should
you
open
just see
the
Cade,
door.
like vibrating, being like, can I please, it's please.
A,
There's-
there's no one on the other side of this door. However, on the next set of doors, if there are enemies on the side of the doors, we are so busting down that goddamn door. Would that make you happy?
Yes, that would make me very happy, Cade says. To the
Wait,
group.
if there's no one on the other side of the door, why are we being stealthy?
So they don't need to know because there's probably a room that they ran to because there was definitely someone at one point in time past this goddamn door. So we need to make sure that we get the drop on them before they get the drop on us. Because if they get the drop on us, then we can't get the drop on them.
Somehow that makes sense.
It actually
Makes
does.
sense.
I don't know. There was too many words, and I'm too foggy right now.
Trust us, we'll don't trust us, but just believe us for now.
Believe or trust, because those they kind of go hand in hand.
I guess both.
Both at the
So-
same
God.
time.
One way or another, based on the rolls, we will say Cade opens the door, even though it is
Sure.
not particularly quiet.
And probably
Nobody
what I
said
can manage.
Dream open the door. I said it like several times.
Sorry, there were a bunch of people talking at once. I know you also nominated Dream to open the door.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dream or my cat. One of the two.
That's fair, you did.
Cat Familiar
True,
opens
the Cade rolled
huge
first,
stone
exactly.
door.
I would have picked him up and he could put his paws and
make a.
I'm pretty sure there's a bull strength going on. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
we'll make a strength roll for Fluffy to see. Yeah, that's about what I expected.
What was it? Was it a 1?
It's a total of 2.
Aw, poor baby.
He's trying his best.
Yeah, he's trying his best. That's the important thing here. Okay.
He brushes up against the door.
So in the next room, you see an exquisitely decorated chamber which contains thick carpeting on the floor. There is a flickering fireplace along the northern wall, so here. And there are several large nests of fine furs and cushions. This would appear to be the quarters of some kind of creature. Unlikely to be the Hungerers, considering the condition that it's in.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna take this shit later.
Yeah, and in fact, the first thing you notice looking down at the floor is that the floor is covered with some pretty exotic looking pelts. These range from more typical mountain dwelling creatures such as snow leopards to stuff that you might think would take a pretty significant effort to obtain, like a Yeti pelt.
Everyone, take note because we're definitely taking this shit later. But right now, we got some giants to slaughter. I'm gonna do the same trick to all three of the doors while Chomper uses scent to try to figure out which way they went.
Okay. Would anyone else like? Of course, we'll do that. I mean, would anyone else like to do anything in the room, or with any of the items in the room?
No. I'm scared of everything else in this room, to be honest.
Okay.
I wanted to take some of that monster's blood.
Yeah. We can say that you spend, like, a little bit of time collecting. We'll say, like, I don't know how much you want. You want like a vial? You want like a jar? Like,
Take a jar.
all right. So
Sure.
you fill up a jar as if you were like some kind of moonshiner or something. Just filling a jar full of blood. Dude, I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole one day, like, of like this show called Moonshiners.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's wild.
Bunch of like Tennessee bumpkins just making illegal liquor in the middle of the woods.
And then they have it from the cops' point of view too.
Yeah, I heard they got rid of like the cop side of things pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Can't be that illegal if you're videotaping it.
I mean, it's still very illegal. It's just a matter of why aren't they getting locked up? Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll have Chomper use his scent ability. Go ahead and make a perception roll for him as we are using this through some walls and doors here.
Alright. Guidance for Chomper.
Okay.
Then guidance for me. I'm gonna try to listen to all the doors.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, Chomper, although he detects that the extraordinarily foul smell that was sort of permeating this whole space is coming from this room, he does not detect any creatures in there. And likewise, he doesn't detect any creatures in this room or also through this particular door here. You listen really closely, and you're pretty sure that you hear some muffled noises, can't really make out what they are, of potentially one or two creatures coming from this direction, which strikes you as odd simply because these things didn't come after you guys, whatever they are. If there even are real creatures there, you never know. It could be some kind of figment or some sort of evil magic in there. But in any case, you do hear some noise coming from that direction. As you step back from that door, you actually almost trip over. There's a hidden object mixed in with some of the pelts on the floor nearby. So like a not a very big object, but one that is not like soft or squishy. It's pretty hard, and it like I said, it almost trips you as you sort of backpedal into it.
What is it?
So you sort of get down to the floor and kind of search real quick, and you come up with, I believe it is an amulet. Let me just remind myself what this does. Okay, yes. So you reach through, and eventually your hand grasps onto a chain, and as you pull it upwards, you see that it is a delicate-looking silver chain that has a pretty brilliant cut black gem hanging from it.
We asked Kaede if this thing is magical.
I'm gonna check it out if it's magical.
All right, roll. Well, detect magic, spellcraft.
I know where the thingy things probably are, so we can take a split second to figure out what this is before we continue our genocidal crusade.
Hey!
I have a quick question though. Can Lily just sense them?
I believe you can, because that ability does work through walls. Yes, Lily does sense two living creatures to the east/northeast.
A total of two people. Well, two monsters. Two
Yep.
enemies.
Two creatures. You are unsure of what they are. You just know that they exist.
The thing that
Okay.
must die. Yeah.
So,
Full
Kaede,
information.
with your detect magic, you are able to discern that the item that Diino is holding is indeed magic. It emanates a faint aura of conjuration magic, and this is a periapt of proof against poison.
I'm a hop off.
Fair.
Okay,
All right. Hey, night.
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
I did send a message, but I didn't think you guys would have seen it because everyone was in the game. So
It's okay. Thank you for showing
Yeah, it's
up.
all good.
Even though you had all that going on.
my mouth hurts.
Yeah.
A good,
Yeah, go get some
Feel
rest.
better.
Feel better
a
soon.
good bun.
Have a good one. That's what the item does.
I feel like someone should wear that, or have an amulet.
Yeah, I think just about everybody has a next slot item, but let me take a look.
Does Lily have a next slot item?
Yeah, Lily's wearing a Sahedron medallion.
I want to trade it off for poison.
Just make sure it's on your person, the Sahedron medallion, because if you don't have it, you're gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Let me check the rules because I'm not sure if it needs to be worn or not. Let's see. Yes, it has to be worn to work.
Shit. Never mind then.
This would. Any of the others could trade out their amulets of natural armor for it if they want. But considering missing two people, we can just talk about it after the game.
Unless there's someone who explicitly is missing a next slot item, we can just talk about it later.
Yeah, no, everybody has one already, so
Very nice.
it's not too urgent. Okay, so like I said, Lily does detect two creatures. You can do with that information what you will.
All right, I'm gonna tell everyone to mobilize because I'm very confident that they're on the other side of this door.
They are.
Let's take it for the confirmation. Kaede, send the bus down the door.
Kaede grins and readies their weapon and just starts banging on it.
All right.
After enhanced diplomacy, because we're gonna intimidate the fuck out of them bitches.
Kaede, make an attack roll against the door.
Make an attack roll against the door. Okay.
I mean, you did say you were gonna ready your weapon and.
Yeah, well, that's what we said. We needed to bang down the door, so bunk.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you slam into the door with your hammer. The door does swing open. You deal a little bit of damage to the door, of course, but it is open. And what lies before you now is sort of a narrow corridor that leads in this direction. The set of double doors right here. And when you first walk through, you look to your right and see another door here.
Where are those some bitches?
Sorry, I realized I was on the wrong layer. So double doors here, single door here. Based on Lily's information, you think that they're through this door.
So then I'm
Damn
gonna
it.
follow through.
We busted down the wrong door. Shit.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, you had to bust down that door to get to this door, so.
No,
Okay,
but I
just
wanted them as a
readies up
surprise
and-
as we intimidate them. Okay, wait for everyone to gather up. Hey,
Oh, I
Lily,
banged
back
it.
up.
I banged it already. Bonk,
Damn it,
bonk.
Kaede.
Kaede just goes flying through the door and is like,
There's
yes,
another door and goes, all right, another door, smack.
bonk.
We're missing like 2/3 of the party right now, Kaede. Hope you realize that.
Well, I gotta move the others. It's okay. Well, I don't have to move Dream. He's here, but I gotta move NPCs and Ursulin and Cat and yeah. So those guys will come through, and then Dream can move wherever he wants to move. He's not really bound by facts or logic anymore with all of his fucking flying thralls and shit. All right,
Bold of you to assume he was ever bound by logic.
that's a fair point. Yeah. So, Kaede, you bonk the door. The door swings open, revealing a couple of really ugly motherfuckers. They look like this.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I don't like that name.
Aliens
Oh, fuck.
I don't like that.
So
And
they're
they are-
creatures of times past, right?
They are none too happy with your intrusion. But for what you can tell in this room, the stone walls of this chamber are rather stark looking and undecorated. Even the floor is merely functional in appearance.
Alright, I'm gonna intimidate the fuck out of them by telling them in Thessalonian, because I'm hoping they speak that language because they're here. And I'm just gonna tell them, you better start talking or I'm gonna knock your block off.
You blockhead.
I got double take, being like, oh. Oh dear.
All right. So you roll to intimidate, I assume.
Yeah, yeet. 52.
52. Well, for starters, they do not understand you.
As I'm talking, I do the universal sign of I'm going to murder you.
It's understandable. Well, to me at least. They
I try speaking in Abyssal.
Also
okay.
gave you
What
enhanced
do you
diplomacy.
what do you say to them?
State your purpose. We may have value to one another. And I am trying. Kate's just going through what languages they could think it could be. It could be Abyssal. It could be.
Hey, are you trying to be diplomatic after busting down their door?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yes.
I I will allow a diplomacy roll here.
Only because there was such a large commotion and we did just fight in quote unquote intruders depending on what side they're on. So like there's a last chance of okay, I was just rushing in here, heard more commotion, thought there was more intruders, and boom. I'm here. Now what they consider intruders I'm trying to be vague on. That's specifically what Kate's saying. So diplomacy funk.
33, let's go. Okay, we're playing good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop, you're the good cop.
Alright, I can deal with that.
33. Okay.
Won't you need your lie detector too?
That's why you're right behind me.
Am I?
You are.
Are you?
Okay, so 33 is high enough to succeed on the check. What once appeared to be an extremely hostile greeting with these two hideous-looking creatures, sort of displaying fangs and claws and readying themselves to attack you. They seem to ever so slightly lower their guard. And as it happens, they do understand you, as they do speak Abyssal.
Whoever ID'd what they were, thank you.
We give you another hand
No,
diplomacy.
nobody
apparently...
ID'd them. The name is attached to the image that I revealed.
No, I meant ID'd them as in like.
Oh, like that they're there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lily with her life sense.
And I did Abyssal based off a process of elimination and based purely from what we just fought with and spoke with in Aklo, what we just dealt with the things in the tunnel, and what these things look like in relation. And I just took a shot in the dark and said Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
Are these guys just being immune to intimidation? Just out of curiosity.
It's not that they're immune to intimidation. It's more that intimidation is a lot less effective if you don't have a common language.
Fuck.
So, like I said, they're, instead of, very hostile about to try to murder you, now they simply appear just unfriendly.
Kate says, "Did you not hear the commotion?" I saw, and then you like lowers my weapon slightly and just say, "I apologize for the intrusion. I thought there were more intruders in here. If you see any, will you let us know?"
Roll bluff.
I mean, I guess it's a bluff, but not a bluff at the same time because like.
It's a bluff because you are intruding. You are intruders yourselves.
That's valid.
Okay, so the creatures look at each other, and then they look back at you, and you hear one of them say in Abyssal, responding to you, "Not that it's any of your business, but we are tasked with guarding the prison cells in here. Prison cells that you and your friends will soon occupy if you're fortunate enough to be taken alive."
Cade grins and goes, "Oh, well, you already gave more information than you should have. Do you think your bosses are going to be happy about that?"
We are not here on our own will. We'll eventually return to our home plane, so we don't particularly care what they think.
Kaede just kind of grins and goes, so far we've assisted, let's see, 2 or 3 other parties in this place escape from their shackles and go home to their own planes. Is it really worth staying here longer in their service, or would you prefer to just take the quick route out? Semi-bluff again.
All right, roll bluff.
Guidance.
Okay. The other one, the one in the back this time, says, "We don't know of what you speak. We are bound to these chambers."
Kaede just
By your own will? Or.
grins and goes, yes, it seems to be a common theme here. Being bound to places that they have no place being stuck in. And what I'm offering to you is a service of helping you release from this bondage in exchange for your help, per se. Or at least your indifference to us passing through.
Roll diplomacy. This will be to influence their attitude again.
Enhanced diplomacy.
39. That's good enough. Or 41.
Yes.
So they look at each other, and they're still. I still wouldn't call them friendly towards you. They are still. You know, although they understand the numbers game here, they are still licking their chops, and you know they're ready to fight if it comes to it. But they continue to look in your direction, and the one that had been primarily talking is going to take the lead on that once again. It says, "And how do you propose we do that?"
Tristan was there. Daniel was there.
I look around and I'm like, well, let us through to the prisons.
Okay.
What? I'm offering in exchange of letting us through.
No,
the
no, no, no,
prison,
no
they'll help
complaints, no
them out.
complaints, no complaints. I'm just
If you-
asking that. Remember, I heard like a good number of creatures that were running away. Definitely not them two. Whatever I heard was much bigger. So ask them if they seen anyone like that running away.
I asked them if they've seen anything in a place that's not supposed to be or passing through in general.
They kind of look at each other, and they it seems that they're attempting to speak to each other in sort of secret before they respond to you. You can roll perception if you want to try and pick up what they're saying. Your choice.
Guidance.
I'll try to pick up what they're saying. Perception.
One of them is a bit less quiet than the other, but only picking up half the conversation. It seems to be a sort of a debate between the two of them of how much information they want to give away here. And eventually one of them, the one in the front again, says, "We heard the commotion across the hall. It would seem that the Lamia kin have moved elsewhere. What do you know about that?
Let's see. Somehow the portal in the other room actually was able to charge and open, and the Aklo monsters started coming out. And the rest of the fort was not the happiest, I'll say.
Hmm. An interesting array of information, but not the information that I asked for. What do you know about the creatures who very recently moved away?
Cade looks back at everyone else and then back at the creatures and ponders for a moment. Look, I don't know enough here. I've literally am an underling for. Did I know what my father's name was to them?
Um, you, well, I mean, you have no way of knowing whether these creatures knew your father. Um, but I mean, you could try like throwing out a name and seeing if they recognize it.
Seems a little risky.
That's a recommendation, Cade, as well as that you could mention that we don't know much about them other than the fact that they ran away from their post, and now we're going to ask them, what the fuck's going on.
Well, yeah, no, I was just asking quickly, like if I remembered my character's father's name, because if I did, then I would just quickly say I don't know much. We are literally serving under him, and we were told to go clear out the infestations.
Um,
100%. Just making a recommendation, Cade. That's all.
I'll follow through with what Diino said.
well, you would know the title of the hidden beast based on the skulks and what they told you. Uh, I mean, I would say that yeah, you probably knew your father's true name. Um, just through research that you've done through the years, you may have stumbled upon it. Also like family crests and things like that. Um, but yeah, if we're gonna follow through with what Diino was suggesting, then can certainly tack that on to however you respond here. So you would mention that you're looking for the creatures that just left. They are going to, regardless of how you want to approach this, they're going to sense motive you. Um, the one in the front sort of takes a few extra moments to think about your stated intention. The one in the back doesn't wait as long, and the creature sort of just leans a bit closer to you and just says, now what do you want with them?
The prisoners or the intruders? Kate says, trying to play a bit dumb.
The ones who left their post.
Oh, well, I've been told to get rid of them. If they're not going to do their job, I'm going to get rid of the mouths that take resources we don't need and strengthen our inner sanctum. Why would we leave someone who can't do their one thing they're meant to do here?
Well then, I think we have enough information. The two of them converse for a moment again. You can roll perception if you like.
It hurts.
As they once again talk amongst themselves. Okay, so 29. Once again, you only pick up half the conversation. They are. They seem to be. So, Dream, you're positioned a bit far back. So you're not able to pick up much because you're trying to listen through a couple walls. But Kaede, you are, like I said, you get about half the conversation. They seem to be willing to make some kind of deal, and the one in the front is going to lean pretty close to you, and he's going to say, "I have a proposal for you."
Kaede nods.
You or one of your friends may make us an offering, and if it's to our liking, we won't bother you at all.
For in exchange for what?
Call it what you want: a gift, a sacrifice, an offering, some sort of treasure or trophy that we may return to our homeland with.
Kaede looks at everyone else and says, "Do you mind if I translate for my lesser informed party members? Do you mind if I have a moment?"
Certainly, we,
For the-
although we do not wish to waste time, we understand that you seem to be the only one who can understand us.
Kaede nods and goes, "Yes, it is part of my upbringing." Kaede gives a toothy little grin and says, "I want to make sure we can give the best offering possible, so I rather let them know your offer." And then Kaede turns, like bows her head slightly, and then informs everyone literally in common what their offer was, and asks anyone else for their input. Say we have a short time to confer.
So, what do they want, Cade?
Something very valuable, I'm guessing.
Oh, okay. Well, out of game, I kind of TLDR'd it for you guys, but in character, Kade's looking at them going, pretty much an offering, a gift, a soul, something.
How do they feel about dragon scales?
Cade just looks at everyone and goes, "If you have any ideas for physical art offerings for these guys, show them and put them out on display. And I think they'll understand the gist of what you're offering. And they will tell you with a nod or not if they appreciate said offer."
I'm gonna hold out 20 ancient white dragon scales and see if they're interested.
All right, so you pile the ancient white dragon scales on the floor in front of them. Um, they don't even take a moment to discuss with one another. The one in the front looks at Kaede and says, "Well, now, surely you can do better than that."
Cade looks at Diino and goes, "That's a good start."
They want more dragon scales. Is that what they want?
Think they want more than just dragon scales, although I think that might be a small tier offering to them, Cade says. Cade starts thinking and goes,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course they want more than dragon scales. You know, I'm pretty sure fucking ancient dragon scale would be pretty damn valuable, but I guess fucking not.
Can you see? Can you see if gold has any value?
"Oh no. They're probably wanting a gift of something like control or some of our very strong magical items that we probably wouldn't want to part with, or let's say servitude."
What if we gave him that evil axe thing? That's a terrible idea, though.
I really want them to have the evil sword. I think I am gonna say nah, Skip.
Yeah.
Giving them Chellin would certainly have some funny implications, but
I'm looking through what I have right now.
Plenty
Cade,
of-
Would they be interested in a in +3 half plate armor with the wolf motif?
Cade just kind of looks at them and goes, "Are you more inclined for gifts of the physical nature, or will you give us more of an inkling of what you would prefer
something that means something to you.
something
for
that
fuck's
means
sake.
something to us?"
Something of great
looks-
personal value.
Cade looks at
So-
them both and looks at everyone else and goes, "This is probably going to fucking hurt." And turns to them and say, "I'm gonna sense motive them on this. So you keep your word if we follow through."
Shouldn't I do that?
Well, you can as well, I suppose. But
You're right there listening to the conversation, so you can do it as well.
Follow through! I rolled a nat 20 if that matters at all.
I see. Okay, so they.
But there were a lot to get those damn scales, but whatever. Assholes.
Did not want your skills.
So they sort of pause for a moment, and then once again, the one in the front just says to Kaede, "Do you take us for common crooks?" We will honor the agreement. And with both of your sense motives, you're able to determine that, you know, while these definitely are unsavory types as far as good or bad is concerned, they do intend on upholding any agreement that you come to.
Alright, so then seeing that Cade braces themselves, grabs both of their top fangs, apes them out.
Grabs both their what? I'm sorry, I cut out at the very end.
Oh, their top fangs.
Oh, the fangs. Huh.
Ouch.
They said something of great value to us.
So Kaede tears out their fangs. Interesting.
Or okay, we'll fix that later.
You just see this bloody tooth, the half toothless grin at Diino and goes, "You fucking better," as I'm like just dribbling, and just throws them at their feet and goes, "Something of value, right?"
Yeah. So I just want to look up one spell real quick. Okay. So yeah, there are people that have access to this spell. So the creatures, they look at each other. And after an uncomfortable silence, the one in the front says to Kaede, "Now you understand. Very well. We will not impede your progress."
And tries their best to not show any pain and wipes their mouth and looks at everyone and says, "They're letting us pass." And then just starts strolling forward.
Okay, so you stroll forward, and as they mentioned to you in the beginning of the conversation, the doors to these two directions beyond them are indeed prison cells, both of which are currently empty.
Oh, that's empty.
Can I make a survival
Okay.
check to figure out where the Lamias went?
Yeah, you're gonna be looking for tracks here, so yeah, survival.
Yeah. And they must have been pretty damn recent because it wasn't even like 2 minutes ago. So guidance, shaboom. 37.
All right, yeah. It's a bit tough to pick them up, just given how, you know, pristine the floors are in here, and being magically maintained and stuff like that. But you do manage to pick up faint traces of footprints. 6 sets of them in all. 6 sets of footprints in all. All 6 initially going in this direction.
Left.
Back towards the throne room.
Oh motherfucker, we went the wrong way. Diino immediately points where those fuckers went. I'm just gonna start running after them. We must avenge Kaede.
Kade's just looking
Go,
really
go,
forward at their fangs on the floor and then looking at them and going, literally looks at them in abyssal, goes, "Touche. You said you were guarding the prisons. And
we did not lie to you.
why is there one fucking in there?"
Well, considering that we know that you're not who you say you are, consider it a job well done that these cells sit empty. Good luck. And
Kaede blinks and just like disbelief.
Yeah, and at this point they both turn their backs. They seem to be done with you.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. I'm just blinking in disbelief and then walking away and just being like, "Holy shit!" And then I realize that Diino's running, and then starts sprinting after Diino.
As far as getting your fangs back, there is a spell called Regenerate that can serve that purpose. A few of you can access it. but yeah, nobody can do it right now.
I kind of figured, and I genuinely knew I was giving up something in character that was worth a lot, not necessarily damage worth a lot.
Yeah, to be clear, I did not expect you to do that. That was fucking metal.
I didn't expect it, but it was just like, but they specifically are stating like something dear to us. So what's most dear to me than part of literally who I am?
Your teeth.
Yeah.
I tried.
Okay, do not worry, we will avenge you. We will murder the Lamias 5 times as hard now.
I hope so. Let's get them. So Kate's chasing after. I don't know if anyone else is joining me and Diino.
The tracks leading where the Lamias went, where the motherfuckers go.
All right, so Lily and Diino lead the way as they both take off back towards the throne room. You
I'm just following Diino.
well, you're in front of him right now, so he's following you technically.
I should be following Diino. I should be following Diino. I'm sorry.
To be clear,
Should be, but you should believe, damn it.
you see the double doors that you came in from over here.
Dumbledore.
And
Dumbledore?
yes, Dumbledore.
Sorry.
As well
My
as
ADD is very good.
as well as another set of double doors here.
It's 31.
Which way do the tracks go?
Roll survival.
Guidance. 38.
They do split off here in the throne room.
Fuck.
You see more of the tracks go back the way you came. 4 sets go this way, 2 sets go this way. In both cases, the doors have been closed behind whatever creatures came through here.
I'm gonna run to this door and try to listen to see if there's anyone on the other side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
Guidance. 38.
38, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so you take a listen. You don't hear anything.
Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna quietly call Chomper over to see if he can scent the bitches out.
Okay. You kind of make what I would imagine by now, given how long you've been adventuring together. I imagine this is going to be something non-verbal.
Yes.
Okay. So wave Chomper over, flag him down. He makes his way over to you post haste. And what will you have him do?
I'm gonna use his scent ability to see if there's anyone within 30 feet of that door.
Okay. There are no living creatures within 30 feet.
Fuck. LA.
What?
How many times can you do the life sense thingy?
Why do you want me to do the life sense thingy all of a sudden?
Because we gotta avenge Kaede, that's why. Now, how many times can you do that a day?
I think it's passive.
Alright, cool.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
It is passive, yes.
Solid. Give me a solid and try to figure out what's behind that goddamn door.
Sure.
So yeah,
If anything goes bad, it's just the 3 of us. We got this.
So yeah, Lily approaches the door, and I mean I jumped the gun when Chomper was detecting. I should have said that Chomper didn't detect any creatures within 30 feet. There actually are no living creatures within 30 feet of the door.
Alright. Oh, she doesn't sense anything either.
Yes, that's correct.
Fuck. Is there any door holes or slits or like underneath the door I can take a peek?
Yeah, I mean it's double doors, so you can try and look in between the two of them or get down on the floor. There's not a lot of space, but you can try.
I would like to try.
Okay, roll perception.
Ooh,
Guidance. 49.
Pretty good, pretty good. So
good idea.
you do see something, something that is technically not a living creature. Along closer to like sort of the back of the room here. You see another Karzoug image. And just beyond it to the image's left, there's another set of double doors.
Oh, motherfucker.
Can find the path track monsters.
I don't think that's
I
how
don't
it
think
works,
it can.
but I will look just to satisfy curiosity here.
I'm going to pick up both Lily and Kaede and shake them both and say, okay, which way do we go? Do we pursue the two individuals or do we pursue the 4 individuals?
Yeah, no, it cannot be used to track monsters. Interestingly enough, though, Find the Path does hard counter the maze spell. So let's say for example that you had been trapped on the doors when Kaede looked. You could have just cast Find the Path and be like, take me to outside the maze, and you would have been fine. So that's kind of cool.
That is actually really cool.
Anyway, yeah, so up to you guys which set of footprints you'd like to track.
The 4?
As I said, I pick up both Kaede and Lily. I start shaking them, asking them, which way do we go?
Stop shaking me!
It's a very aggressive line of questioning there from Diino.
And fuck it, we're going to the right.
You're gonna go after the 4.
I'm going after the 4.
Okay, so you make your way.
First, oh, there's everybody else. All right, good.
Yeah, I moved them because they didn't, so I figured I'd take the liberty.
Appreciate it. I didn't want to take the fight just with the 3 of us.
No, I wouldn't let you do that. Whether they say it or not, or they do it or not, I just assume that you guys aren't splitting off unless you say that's what you're doing. All right,
I'm following the tracks consistently. I'm chasing down the motherfuckers. They ain't getting away from me.
All right, roll survival to continue tracking.
Guidance. 31.
Okay, so interesting set of modifiers for these survival DCs. Okay, so yes, you track the you follow the tracks. You notice that they go beyond the door that you entered from. So beyond this door here. And they go all the way around the room until it eventually comes to an end in the southeast corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and move everyone. 1 sec, that's not where you are. range everybody.
All right, everyone. We got them cornered. At least we better. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. There's another goddamn door beyond this door.
Why should there be another door?
They're not there. I was gonna kill them 6 times as hard.
All the more reason for there to be another door, am I right?
Oh. Very few creatures in this world that deserve me to kill them 6 times as hard, and they're gonna be one of them. There's another goddamn door beyond this goddamn set of doors. And then I immediately start listening to the other side of the door.
Okay, Dumbledore.
Where did the map go?
Double doors.
Wait, when did the map? Where did the map go? It's all blank.
What do you mean?
It's black. Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. You're to the right now. All right. So, Diino, do you open the door?
I'd like to listen to the other side of the door.
Okay.
I life sense.
That's also a good point. Guidance from me to listen. That's a nat 1. That's a 31. That's sad.
Yeah.
Imagine rolling a nat 1. The 31.
Couldn't be me.
Be me.
So let's see here. You listen. And you hear a few voices. They are communicating with one another in Giant.
I understand, Giant.
How many giants are there?
Better be
Diino
4.
Diino only hears 3.
Oh no, one of them super sneaky. God damn it.
Well, life sense. Passive life sense. Can I not sense life forms?
They're not within 30 feet.
Nah!
Ah, my ear holes are more advanced than your divination. Fuck you.
Shush you!
You hear one voice say very clearly, "We've come to aid you." And then there is sort of a grumbling noise coming from that direction. And then you hear another similar sounding voice. Both of the voices that are speaking are female voices. The other voice says, "Wait, that's not what we," and then it cuts off.
Does Diino know Giant? Just
You
curious.
know, Giant.
He does. That's why I'm explaining what they're saying.
So after that cut off, do I hear any gargling noises, any blood hitting the floor? Or do they just stop talking?
No sound of weapon strikes or anything like that. So whatever was speaking, it wasn't struck down.
I think we should bust through the door and see what's going on.
Everyone
something
around the door as much as possible.
Yeah, something cut it off. You're not sure what.
Everyone gather around those doors close to you can. We're busting in.
Viorian is gonna squeeze through like next to you. As you ready yourself to open the door, she is going to speak up. Quietly, of course, you know, she knows the situation, but she's going to say, if I may, I have a hunch.
I do like hunches. What do you got in mind?
Oh, this isn't a plan. This is information. I believe that we're dealing with more Lamias. And if it's the ones that I think they are, these are healers of some sort. Whoever they're aiding, if that's what you say that they said, they're likely to be stronger than if we encountered them without. We may have to do more to strike them down. I just hope you're ready for a protracted fight.
Oh, you better believe it. And I
may-
kick open the door.
We may need to end it quickly, or else they will likely gain reinforcements. And on that, you resolve that won't happen as you kick the door open. To describe this room for you, what lies immediately in front of you are two single doors that are closed. These It's sort of like one sort of like block here that is about 45 feet from end to end, separated into two separate chambers in the middle right about here. Can't see inside them. Stone doors, close them. But that's what you see without proceeding any further. As you sort of peek into the doorway, there is a wall immediately to your left, which may in fact be more chambers, or it could be something else entirely. You don't see a door along this wall right here. Can I get my ruler, please? Thank you. You don't see a wall. Sorry, you don't see a door along this wall here.
I'm gonna usher everyone to go along this door, or along this wall.
Okay.
That far.
So I'm going to need a stealth roll for anyone who is proceeding along the wall.
Oh, I should not have gone first.
And based on the tokens, it's going to just be you and Chopper. That's all there's room for.
I am so sorry. Well, to be fair, Chomper is huge size, so anyone can still be along the wall.
I guess underneath him, yeah. Viorian will take you up on that. She'll sort of cover you from behind.
I recommend people do that because it ain't gonna be good as I cast guidance on myself.
Okay. I mean, her roll wasn't too great either. She rolled a 16. 22 for
Thank
Chopper.
goodness.
All right, so
Get the goddamn familiars in here.
group average is like a 15. Let me open up some sheets and we'll do some perception rolls. Okay. Yeah, this is going about as I expected it to. All right. So, from a position that you can't currently see, as the three of you attempt to carefully work your way into the room by hugging the wall. The voice that was really like low and guttural before, that's the only one that speaks now. It simply says, I know you're there, and you will go no further. And that's
Take
where we're
5 feet
gonna.
forward out of spite.
That's. Diino takes a 5-foot step forward, but that's where we're gonna
Yeah.
end. That's where we're gonna end tonight.
Fuck you.
I mean, I don't want to start another combat down 2 people, and we're already 3
Oh,
hours
it's
in.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So,
I was just making my point.
hey, I mean, for
Go
first
no further.
first
Go
night,
5 foot
yeah,
step
of
forward.
course, you got to be indignant as always. But yeah, good first night back after a long layoff. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this goes. But for now, it looks like you've picked a fight with some number of giants, as you have led your friends along the tracks of what appear to be lamias, and have found some of them. You don't know how many yet, but you found some of them. So next week we will start with this fight here as we continue making our way through the Pinnacle of Avarice, as we wind down the last stages of this campaign. Karzoug is on the horizon, and hopefully we can get there without any more incident and canceling. But I know better than to hold my breath on that. Summers are tough. Life gets in the way. It happens.
No worries.
But hopefully, we will be seeing everybody back here next Sunday for another exciting session of Pathfinder. Until then, enjoy the nice weather while you have it, if you have it, because there's not a lot of summer left. So use it while you can. We will see you
Swim
next.
in, go for walks, have fun. Enjoy
Exactly.
yourself.
Do shit outside. And hopefully we'll see you next Sunday night. Have a good one.
Bye.